Hello everyone, today's review is going to be about this 2021 Toyota Highlander XSE all-wheel drive, and we have spent a lot of time and driven a lot with this car, and I'm going to show you around it. And as you can see, I'm not in the UK, I'm in Canada at the moment, so let's go with the review. So let's take a look at the exterior of the Highlander. Now, if you've seen other Highlanders, then you'll notice this has a different grille, as this is the XSE version, which is the sport version. Now the trim levels go, the base model is the LE, then there's the XLE, then there's this, the XSE, then there's also the Limited, and then there's the Platinum, which is the top one, and it's in a black exterior, and it has these very nice looking 20-inch alloy wheels. Now moving on to the side, this is actually the 4th generation Highlander, which was introduced in 2020, and the Highlander is quite a popular family car over here, as it's quite reliable. It has plenty of space. You can get in 7 or 8 seater versions. Now the styling, I think it's quite a good looking car. It has this like bold, like a line through the middle, and I think it's better looking than the previous generation, which looked kind of plain. But the back of the Highlander looks quite good. Now the XSE has these twin pipes down here, and the lights just look really nice. The way they go from here. There's this little thing here also. So the Highlander on the exterior, I think it's a pretty good looking car. This is the engine of the Highlander. It's a 3.5 litre naturally aspirated V6. It produces 295 horsepower and 356 newton meters of torque. Now it's also mated to an 8-speed automatic, which is actually made by Asen, which is a gearbox company owned by Toyota, and this 8-speed automatic is used in Toyotas, Lexuses, and even Volvos use it. Now if you see there, it says D4S. Now D4S is basically the fuel injection, which it uses port and direct fuel injection. So this is what it means. Now the other engine available is a hybrid, which uses a 2.5 litre 4-cylinder with an electric motor, which has a combined output of 243 horsepower and 237 newton meters of torque. Now the V6 is cheaper than the hybrid, and it's more powerful, but whereas the hybrid though is more expensive, but it should return better fuel economy. And if you live in Europe, the hybrid is the only engine option available. So let's hear the engine. So that's the sound of the V6. So let's take a look at the boot of the Highlander, or as they say over here in Canada, the trunk. So it can be opened by just pressing it over here, or you can use the key, and it's electric. And as you can see, there's a pretty good amount of space. Now the space does decrease with all the seats up, which you can just pull by these tags. But there's still some space for bags and other things like that. So there's a good amount of space in the Highlander for big bags and luggage. So it's quite a practical car. So let's take a look at the interior, but first we're going to start it up. So it does have keyless start, so you just make sure the key's inside, press the brake and hit the button, and that V6 fires up. Now in front of me I got this nice 3-spoke steering wheel, and we have the volume and radio controls as well as cruise control, and in front of that there's the gauge cluster, which there's 2 analog dials, and there's a display in the middle which can show, which at the moment is showing the seatbelt status, distance to empty, temperature. And this car does drive a lot. It's got around 21,000 kilometers, but it's a Toyota, so it should last for many more. And everything feels nice around me. Being a Toyota, it's all well built. There is some hard plastic, but on higher spec ones they have wood trim on the platinum and limited versions. This is the screen here. On higher ones you get a bigger one, but this screen is pretty good sized. It's responsive. This doesn't have built-in sat nav, but on this spec, but you can also add, you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can connect your phone and put Google Maps. And these are the climate controls. We have 3-stage heated seats. There's dual zone, and in the back there's also climate control for the rear passengers. And also I'm sitting in these seats, which are pretty comfortable. There's red and black leather inside with this nice red stitching, as well as this carbon fiber effect trim in this Highlander. And this is the transmission. It's a 8-speed automatic, and if I put it in reverse, there's a reversing camera. And this is the electric parking brake with auto hold, different driving modes, sport, normal, eco. And it also shows on in front of me. And this is also there's more modes: mud and sand, rock and dirt, normal, snow, traction control off, start stop off, hill descent control. And these are the 2 cup holders here, as well as different, like there's USB out ports. This is the center console, so there's this lid, and there's wireless charging also. And underneath that there's a large amount of storage. So there's a good amount of storage in this car. The glove box is a decent size, so there is lots of places to put stuff in the Highlander. And the back there, this is a 7-seater version. So on the XSE it's a 7-seater, so it has these captain's chairs, which are pretty comfortable, but on other specs you can get as an 8-seater. And there's also this sunroof. It's not a panoramic sunroof, but it still lets in a nice amount of light. You can open and close the sunroof. If you go for a platinum version, you can get a panoramic sunroof also. So thank you everyone for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Now, I've had some very good times in this car, and also I'd like to thank my Aunty Anita and Walter uncle for letting me have such a great time, and my cousins also, as well. And we've had such a great time in Canada, and this car has been good, and it's taken us to many places. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.